This week on Scam School, we're back with Michael Ammar with our final episode at Misdirections. I'm dizzy. I'm gonna have a beer.
This episode of Scam School brought to you by Ting.
All your beers are belong to us at Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. I'm your host, Brian Brushwood, and we are back at Misdirections Magic Shop right here in San Francisco with world champion magician and supreme overlord badass, Michael Ammar, who's gonna blow our minds. Let's check it out.
Oh, look, here, let me show you something with that. Hang on to that. Here's what I want to do. Put this around here. Hold on to it tight. Right?
Shut your face! What the hell just happened?
Do it again here. You got to
Don't do that!
Do it again. Okay, hang on to it tight. Right? Right? All right.
This cannot be!
Here, do this. Here, do me a favor. Here.
You give that to me. You let me hold that.
Oh, you want to hear?
Yes!
Yeah, top and bottom.
Yes!
Top and bottom. You got it? All right, hang tight. No question. All right.
What is that? I don't even.
It's a, you know.
Okay, now.
But, but it's so quiet. I mean, how many things in their hand? I mean, look how close you are.
That's so Michael, by the way.
So, Brian,
It's an illusion.
You'll put
I wasn't actually penetrating anything.
Hold tight. Okay.
See?
Oh my God.
That was bad. All right, so you got what? You got paying taxes, you got the Star Wars prequels, and then you've got selecting your phone plan. 3 things that totally suck. I mean, how are you supposed to know in advance how many minutes you're gonna talk, or how many texts you're gonna tell next week, or how many megabytes you'll download? Here's a nutty idea. The folks over at Ting got it figured out. These are the geeks over at Two Cows who love technology. They're good, hardworking, honest people, and they don't want to screw you. How's that for a nutty idea? Whereas all these other guys make you try to predict in advance how much you're gonna use, you either go over the line and you have to pay overages, you're treated like some kind of criminal, or you don't use your whole package and you pay for stuff that doesn't even get used. These guys have a fantastic looking website that tracks your megabytes, your messages, and your minutes so that you don't pay for a second more than you need to. If you're not using it, it scales you down to the smallest package. Use it a bunch and it scales you up. No matter what, you're not going to get screwed, and you can check it out right now at scamschool.ting.com. That's scamschool.ting.com. Head on over there, and when you sign up, you'll get $50 towards the purchase of your mobile device. Let's give it up for our friends over at ting.com. Ding! All right, so we learned some stuff with business cards. What else you got for us?
Business card stuff. Funny you should mention.
No, that's great though, because if you think about it, it's like culturally they're everywhere. They're these little blank canvases, so the same principles that work with playing cards can work with business cards, only they're more personal.
A lot of business card tricks are just card tricks that have been turned into business card tricks. In this case, you can say, look, these are printed with a special security ink. You know, because I don't always want people to have my address.
Okay.
But if I do want you to have my address, all I have to do is kind of run it through my hand like this. And when I type like this, it prints itself.
What?
And I hand out a printed business card. Let the ink dry. And
that's a great moment, because it's like it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's by the time people realize magic happened, it's too late for them to figure anything out.
And it can work with any business card blank on one side. Mm-hmm. And all you have to do is turn half your cards over.
So you have a sandwich. They're facing, both sides are facing in.
Up, half down, thumb over the top half, square it up, turn it over, thumb over the top half. Seems like all your cards have been blank.
Sure.
Take any card out of the upper half, and this is what we call this through the hand flourish. And what that is, if it's on the tips of the fingers, it stays flat to the floor.
Okay.
And you push with your thumb. And then if you put it on your palm, now it's going to turn over. And now your thumb pushes as you kind of act like you're typing.
Right.
And it gives it that little kind of an animation, and it
Dude, it's great. This is a great little
And it's
moment.
always set up and ready to go.
The other nice thing, too, is you get the same effect. I mean, you could just hand someone their business card, but that little bit of business makes it memorable, especially if you're looking for a job or something.
And just a little moment to make it a little memorable, and there's very little process, and you're ready to set up more. It's actually a premise that it's a fertile topic, as you said. Here's another way to do the same basic thing.
Sure.
You show the cards all around like this.
Okay. Now these are definitely blank. 'cause
And
you're showing
then
both sides.
you just cut and you
What?
a card. Okay. Now this works automatically with business cards that have this raised ink, the embossed ink. You feel
Yeah.
a little raised thing. Now what you do is if you put embossed cards face to face, that ink sticks to itself.
Like not permanently though, but
Not
it's just
just
tacky on
enough to where if you thumb over with a light touch, now all they see is backs.
there. Let me do that.
Yeah.
That feels okay.
So
So
you learn the little touch, and then
So-
boom, boom, boom. and
so
there it goes.
yeah, as long as you press down, it keeps them so the slippery parts slide, and then the rough parts stick.
And then you can show fronts and backs all the way around.
Get out of 10.
And then what you want to do is you get that light touch going. You show it like this.
Right.
Now you just cut in between so that one comes to the top and one goes to the bottom. And it seems like you printed it. I usually try to hand out two.
So then that way you're not half
I don't have to
set.
remember.
You don't have to think about it.
reset something. I like the business card stuff when it's always
Now that
set
one's
up and
really good because
always
that's
ready to
totally
go.
visual, and it's like the first one with the touch typing. You might be able to figure that out after the fact if you reconstruct it.
If you're
but
thinking, yeah.
but
yeah.
that one, I don't think there would be any way most people would be able to figure that out.
No, it's a clever principle, and this one's kind of neat in that the card hands itself out.
Okay.
You know, yeah. You know, and here people love to see little things move, and this you just have like a 6 or 8 inch thread, take it straight through the spine of your business card case,
Okay.
tie a knot there,
Right.
right? Poke a hole through 4 or 5 cards,
Is it just taped on the last one
and
there?
I
or-
just tape it to the last one,
Okay.
and have to,
So even though you have a whole brick of cards, only one of them can
only
even come
one of them
out.
moves.
Okay.
And now that shrinks the thread to just this, so it's totally self-contained.
Right.
Take this out, and that goes between these 2 fingers. And it's a very short thread in this case, so I'm down here and pretty tight. And then just by moving my hand a little bit.
You get an incredible economy of motion on that because, I mean, for just like that little tiny motion with your hand, the whole deck appears to move forward. And then
So
the top
little,
half-
and you're just kind of right there anyway,
yeah.
you know. So it's a
That
very
was even good.
magical,
It looked like it was going over the
sort of
edge.
thing. So this is the only one that I do that has to be reset.
Yeah.
You know, because you got to put one back in there before you are able to repeat it. But people love to see stuff move. you know?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like a small investment of your time allows itself to, you create all of these impromptu moments where something very dull can become very memorable.
You know, if you're in a room of people and it seems like something different happens every time you hand out your business card case, pretty soon people are going around to other people asking for his business card because they just want to see what happens. And so I put several in my pocket. So I say, well, let's. Oh, I'm sorry, they haven't printed. But if I snap, of course, they print themselves. And I put this away. I go to the
So these
next
are-
person. I go, oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, I'm out of cards. But if I snap, there you go. It fills right back up. Oh, you would like some? Oh, here you go. Actually, oh, I'm sorry, my cards turned into money. But if I snap, yeah, they go back to my cards.
Do you have like 3 magic wallets in
I
your
do.
pocket?
I have 3 wallets. So it just seems like every time you do it, something different happens. And what this is, it's what they call a Z fold. Now, if you had 2 business card cases, you could glue it back to back into that Z.
So you can home rig your own version.
You
of
could
it, but
home
yeah.
rig it, and then you just open it, close it, and open it. And that's the whole thing. And that's how long business card tricks should last sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, just, oh, I'm sorry, but if I do this, boom, now.
I mean, I think that's the other thing I like about it is that none of these overstay their welcome. None of them require a lot of focus or tension, or none of them act like they're changing the world. It's just these precious moments.
Right, because it's not that big a deal.
Right.
And a lot of times, you know, just because they want a business card doesn't mean they want to see a show right now. You know?
In my travels
Sometimes
to India.
Oh, well, it's like, I just want a business card, you know. So it's nice if it's quick, simple, boom, and then you're on your way.
Oh my God, those are fantastic. Thank you again,
Yeah, my
Michael.
pleasure, man.
Dude, Corby, great seeing you.
Great to see you.
Man, I cannot convey enough what an amazing, special, and precious evening that was. So much magic talent, so much goodwill, so much fun. Thank you so much to Michael Ammar for coming out. Make sure to check out his stuff at michaelammarmagic.com, where you can learn hundreds more effects just like this stuff. And of course, thanks to Joe over at Misdirections. Meanwhile, I want to hear all about your suggestions for the show, so hit us up at the boards at scamschool.tv or write me directly at brian@revision3.com. And meanwhile, you've heard me talking about it. Scam School Book 1, Scam School Book 2, hundreds of Scam School effects, dozens of videos, hours of behind-the-scenes commentary, all of it available on your smartphone, your iPad, your Kindle device, or Android device. Head on over to scamschoolbooks.com to learn more. Seriously, guys, you have no idea how proud I am of these books. They are incredible, and the feedback has been 5-star amazing across the board. Next week, you're not going to want to join it. I will not be here. I will be replaced with my robotic counterpart. Next week's episode will be the rebirth of Max Trollbot. He'll find this episode very boring.